Welcome back to AM Northwest. You know, good sleep doesn't just make you feel better, it can help you live longer. Yet many women, especially those in midlife, struggle to get quality sleep. Here to share how to change that, we welcome board-certified sleep medicine physician Andrea Matsumura. Good to have you with us.
Thank you for having me.
You bet. What got you into this line of medicine?
Well, you know, I was a primary care doctor, and literally every person after the appointment would say, oh, hey, I'm not sleeping. Can you give me something for sleep?
Right.
And I started to do some research and realized, my goodness, sleep issues, sleep apnea, highly underdiagnosed.
Right.
And just about everybody, if you go into any room and say, who is having trouble sleeping, almost everybody's going to raise their hand.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And especially women in midlife.
Especially women in midlife because of the changes hormonally that are happening for them.
Right. What does it mean to get a good night's sleep? And can it affect our longevity? Can it affect our mental health?
Absolutely. So a good night's sleep really is about cycling through all of the sleep stages and having enough hours to do so. So we used to really hang our hat on quantity.
Right.
And the American Academy of Sleep Medicine recommends 7 to 9 hours. However, there's a lot of emerging data coming out that quality is really just as important, if not more important, than quantity. And so it's really getting into all of the stages of sleep, but the ones that get the most publicity, or the ones that are talked about the most, are your deep sleep and your REM sleep.
Okay. You've come up with a method, and you call it the D.R.E.A.M method. Mm-hmm. Tell me what it means.
So D.R.E.A.M stands for daily habits. So what are you doing in your life that could be affecting your sleep? R is for your resting environment. What does your resting environment look like? Is it optimized for sleep?
Okay.
E is for emotions. So what are you bringing into your bedroom? I always say you should be sleeping alone, meaning leave all of the emotional baggage at your door.
Okay, gotcha.
And then A stands for Archetype, which is, what is your circadian rhythm? Are you following it? Are you not following it? Is it impairing your sleep? And then
which you have, like on your website, you have a quiz you can take. I did that. I'm Athena, which means I can kind of vary in between.
Yeah,
right?
You're right in the middle. You're not a night owl. You're not an early bird.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you say M is for medical conditions.
Right. All the different medical conditions that can affect somebody's sleep.
Right. Let's start with daily habits. What are considered good daily habits to have if you want to get a good night's sleep?
So, you know, it all hinges. We talk about longevity all of the time. And longevity isn't some magic supplement or cocktail or hack. It's really about the basics. It's about sleep, exercise, and being mindful about what you're putting in your mouth.
Okay.
About good food.
Yeah.
Right? And if you're following those 3 components on a daily basis, that certainly is going to prepare you for sleep. So making sure you're eating, hydrating, exercising, giving yourself time to breathe during the day.
I feel like exercise really helps help you get a good night's sleep.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. It can, for sure. So movement, it doesn't have to be some big giant exercise, you know, 1 hour. You know, getting
You're
movement
not hiking
in,
500 miles.
Right.
Yeah.
Getting movement in during the day, lifting weights, those things help, you know, whatever it is to raise that heart rate to help you get that better sleep. There's plenty of data that shows that it improves quality, which again is what we want to focus on.
And the resting environment.
Yeah. So, you know, people should not have televisions or phones in their bedroom.
Oh, you're killing me, Andrea.
You know,
you're killing me here. Okay.
You need it to be dark, cool, and quiet.
Okay.
Those are the 3 big things to have your room set up so that your brain registers it's time to power down, it's time to fall asleep.
What about having dogs and cats on your bed? So
there is some data that shows that sometimes people sleep better. So it's a little...
With the dog or cat?
Yeah, with the dog or cat. So it's a little bit about checking in, you know, logic. If the dog is giant or is taking up your personal space and waking you up, then maybe not such a good idea.
Yeah.
But if it brings you comfort and you're more relaxed, then good idea.
Right. I find that sometimes you can be so tired during the day, and then when you get to bed, all of a sudden all these things start popping up in your head, and you're like, whoa, I wasn't thinking about that 5 minutes ago. Now I'm trying to get to sleep.
Yeah, that's where the emotions come in, the
Okay.
E, right? So I always say sleeping by yourself, right? Meaning once you cross the bedroom door, tell yourself, why do I need to bring all these things into the bed with me? Why am I bringing all of the day's
Right.
stress or the next day's stress into bed? You know, really, really, you owe it to yourself to say, you know what, this is my opportunity to reset for the next day.
Right. We have an executive producer, Steve, boss man. He sleeps very little, and he says in spurts, like 4 hours here, 2 hours there. Is that possible to get, is that considered a good night's sleep? Or because that's how he is? Like you interviewed Gelman
yeah.
on the Kelly and Mark show live, and
Yeah.
he's the same way.
Yeah, I mean, so here's the thing. It's not recommended to
Yeah.
only be getting 4 hours of sleep, and there's always something you can do. I say every 15 minutes counts.
Right.
So, you know, there's work to be done there.
All right, we're going to tell everyone if you'd like to find out more, we're going to put it on our website at k2.com with a link to your website. Thank you so much, Andrea. I
Thank
appreciate it.
you.
All right, we'll be right back with more AM Northwest. Don't go away.